The Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development has officially launched the National Budget Month 2026. Dr. Ramadan Gobi, the Permanent Secretary and Secretary to the Treasury Ministry of Finance, has called for all Ugandans to actively participate in understanding and shaping the country's budget priorities.
Of the budget.
Dr. Ramadan Gobi says the national budget must be understood by all Ugandans. He noted that it has become a norm and tradition for the month of June to be dedicated to explaining the budget so that citizens fully understand its contents.
Budget yaffe abantu bonna aba Uganda bagitegeera bulungi. So tulina omwezi guno gwe tuyita National Budget Month. Tufunayo omwezi omwo mwe tusomera budget omwezi ogw'omukaaga ne tulambika bulungi budget yeno erimu ki buli munnayuganda akitegeere.
He added that the month of June is also dedicated to engaging ordinary citizens to gather their views on what should be improved in the budget and to assess the performance of the previous financial year.
Biki bye mwandaagadde okulaba nti bikyukamu. Ekirala eri budget ewedde yakola etya.
Dr. Ngobi further explained that the new budget prioritizes sectors that directly contribute to Uganda's economic growth, including agriculture, livestock farming, tourism, mining, and science and technology.
Ebyenfuna bya Uganda twabiteeka mu kanyomera ke tuyita ATMs. Ebyobulimi bye bisooka, ebyobulimi n'obulunzi. Ekiddako bya bulambuzi. Ekyokusatu ebyobugagga eby'omu ttaka n'amakolero. N'ekyokuna be bannaffe bannasayansi abalina amagezi mu mutwe amakugu ge basobola okukozesa ne tusobola nga tutumbula ebyenfuna. Bannaffe abo abayiiya ne bagamba nti baleete eddagala eppya eriwonya obulwadde bwe.
He also revealed that the entertainment sector has been incorporated into the government's development agenda. He emphasized the need to extend electricity access and irrigation services to more communities across the country.
Abo abakozesa omutwe abavubuka abato okuyiiya naddala ebikwatagana okusanyusa abantu, creative industry, nabo twabagaseeko. Kati ebintu ebyo bina ensimbi ezisinga mu budget zebikolako n'ebyo ebibiyamba okukola obulungi. Then amasanyalaze okugatwala mu bantu kikulu nnyo. Ekirala okufukirira kuba katugambye twagala agriculture ebyobulimi bitumbuke naye tumanyi nti ennaku zino oluusi akasana kagenda ne kabeera kangi. Katwagala tulabe nti okufukirira irrigation, abazungu kyebayita irrigation, tukyongeramu ensimbi era mujja kulaba mu budget eyo ntwakyongera.
Julius Mukunda, the executive director of Civil Society Budget Advocate Group, urged the president to address corruption decisively during the State of the National Address. He also called for a review of government expenditure, noting that about shillings 9 trillion is spent on wages, while concerns over the country's growth debt burden remain.
It can be addressed. So I would love my president to talk about how he intends, for example, to deal with the corruption once and for all, because it is one of the areas where there is serious leakages in the public administration system. The second one, of course, is how can he reduce the cost of running this government, because right now is that really we have almost 9 trillion in terms of wages, just alone in terms of wages. We feel that really these are some areas that we can reduce the cost of running the administration, so we can be able to relieve government the pressure of borrowing.
Sarah Chigongo, the vice chairperson of board of the Private Sector Foundation Uganda, said the recent Ebola outbreak has negatively affected businesses, leading to the cancellation of several tourism trips.
And we are at the receiving end of misinformation. We have been noting that around the world, media houses lump us together with our neighboring country, and which has led to cancellations. Tour operators hotels are already experiencing cancellations, and this is really negatively impacting the tourism and hospitality business.
Stefan Asimwe, the Executive Director of the Private Sector Foundation Uganda, called on government to ensure that budget allocations deliver value for money through improved infrastructure and efficient implementation of the government programs.
Sure that this money that is going to be deployed gives us value for money, that infrastructure is fixed, that there is efficiency and effectiveness in government programs. Because if you look at infrastructure, for example, if you fix a road and people are able to move goods and services faster, there is a bigger return on investment. And that means that as an economy, we become very competitive and actually have advantage.
The Director of Budget at the Ministry of Finance, Hannington Ashaba, said the national budget is not only about numbers and money, but also reflects the country's shared goals for service delivery, economic growth, and accountability.
National budget, as we all know, is not just about numbers and money, although it matters again, but it reflects our shared goals for better services, economic growth, accountability, but also a better future for all our citizens.
Stakeholders have now been called for transparency, accountability, and effective implementation of the 2026 national budget to ensure it delivers meaningful benefits to all Ugandans.